What's going on, guys? This is Jimbo with the Auto Detailing Podcast, your host, back for another daily detail tip that is going to run over a minute for sure. This daily detail tip is brought to you by my inner circle that I call the Detailer Inner Circle. It is a sales and marketing course, all online based, with two additional podcast episodes, two additional private podcast episodes each and every month that no one listening here, well, unless you're in the Detailer Inner Circle, can hear, but it's only open to the people in the Detailer Inner Circle. Hope you'll take advantage of that. Those podcasts are also Q&A calls too, so you can be live on the phone as I record the podcast and submit a question, and I'll answer it for you. That, along with a slew of other things, detailerinnercircle.com will get you all hooked up. Anyway, the point of this daily detail tip stems from one of those podcast episodes we sometimes call mastermind calls that we had for the Detailer Inner Circle. And that was, P actually brought up that the guy who invented the bulletproof vest, and he was having a hard time selling them way back when. This is the gist of the story. It was a lot more compelling and drawn out when we talked about it on the call. But the guy who invented the bulletproof vest was having a hard time selling the vest until he demoed the vest himself by actually shooting himself, and that made for a compelling enough argument. And he shot himself somewhat over 200 times, not in a row, but over the course of however long he needed to actually get these vests to catch on. So the moral of this podcast is not to shoot yourself with the bulletproof vest on at all. The point is that sometimes demoing your services is the most compelling thing you can do. So I know I'm a big proponent of doing free work when you're just starting out, when you need more work, and a lot of people get hung up on that free work thing. And I just want to clarify: doing free work, it's not for the rest of your career. It's not forever. It's not for everyone. You only do it when you have a big client on the line, when you need to get more work, when you're obscure, no one knows about you, so you need visibility, when you have more time than you do money, so you can't run ads and you can't do stuff to thrust yourself in front of people. But you do have time, so you can go out and do a demo or do a free car wash or something like that. And I'm not talking about necessarily doing free full details that would normally cost $200, $300, $400, $500. I'm talking about, in this case, doing a paint enhancement or paint correction on half a fender, on half a hood, coating one rim, doing an additional scratch repair, maybe doing a bumper restoration or a trim restoration on a car instead of upselling it for $75 or $100. Talking about little things like that. Guys, even to this day, I still do that. I still throw in little freebies, little add-ons that I don't charge for. Why? Because that's how you get referrals. And like we talked about on the Detailer Inner Circle podcast, was that no matter what, it's costing you money to get clients, right? It costs you, whether you pay for ads or you pay for or you're using your sweat equity to get new clients. It's always going to cost you something, right, to obtain a new client. So I know a lot of us just starting out, I know it was for me, I didn't have a ton of money when I started out, but what I did have was more time than I did money. So doing demo services, free services, was a lot easier to do than to shell out $100 or $200 for a car show or ads or whatever. So the tip is, just like that guy who is trying to promote his bulletproof vest, the point is that you too can do demos on half a hood. I'm not saying detail a whole car. I'm saying throw a free coat of wax on it to show the client how shiny it could be. Clay half a hood or one panel or half the roof, and show them that the paint is smoother than the other side, and then use that as leverage to upsell the rest of the car. Use that as leverage to get them to talk about you to their neighbor. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that my paint was so rough, and that was bad because it led to my paint failing sooner. So whatever that is, don't be afraid to do demos for free. What do all these companies do at shows? Whether it's a buffing pad company, a buffer company, a liquid company, they're trying to show you their new spray wax, their new compound, their new whatever, their new leather cleaner, their new leather conditioner. What do all these companies do at shows? They're out there demoing it. They're putting that machine in your hands. They're putting that product in your hands, maybe even with a free sample. That's why I laugh when people charge for samples. It's like you want me to pay to try your stuff that you later want me to buy again. Anyway, different soapbox. But the point is that they're putting the product in your hand, they're putting the machine in your hand so you can test drive it, so you can see it and lure you in with a freebie. It's no different to a detail client. You want to lure that client in, show them what you're capable of, because no one knows what you're capable of if they don't know you, which kind of goes back to my whole idea of doing free work. If no one knows you, you could be the greatest detailer in the world, but no one knows you, no one's going to give you the opportunity to work on their car, so anyway, all that to say, again, I knew this was going to go way longer than a minute, but I'm sitting in traffic and don't have anything better to do, so I thought I would share that with you guys. Just some random thoughts that are going through my head. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know what you think on my Facebook page or in the comment section on this. If this goes to YouTube or podcast or wherever it goes, it's meant for just a podcast as of now, but I'm, of course, going to put it up on my YouTube channel as well. So hope you guys take that advice. Hope it works for you and makes you more money.